you already know the harshness of social media and the effects it has on its brain. It's completely plowed through in even modern day forms of social media. There's so much content that's already pushing how bad it is for you. You know, it's late when Netflix makes a documentary about it, but um, what I don't see a lot of people talking about is how to successfully coexist with it, right? I'm not saying that this is the best way to go about it. Personally, what I do is I remove I remove myself as much as I can from social media. My belief is if I'm going to worry about what you're going to post and if I'm going to miss out on it, then good, because if you're not so involved in my life in the day to day that I bump into you, that a friend of mine will show me what happened about you, or if you're not that friend that's like easily in access of my life, then there's no point at all in me following you. And this took a massive amount of effort to get to. It took deleting my full account. It took coming back to it, doing the deletion again. And it's really, really, really just shaped my current viewpoints and how I move around people. And it's a very difficult spot because immediately the world, which was so massive and you felt so connected with everyone and so up to date and you had so much information, you go from that to your small circle where even now coming to this age of 26, um, everyone around you is slowly getting caught into their jobs, caught into trying to make time with themselves, their new partners, trying to form their long-term relationships. I'm not even at the stage where they have kids yet, and it's already feels like a massive battle just to get time with everyone. Um, but I mean, yeah, I'm getting off point. The whole point of this is you are running it can be very tough, like trying to get everyone's time around you in person when you've so easily just let go of Instagram. This may not be your stage may still be letting it go, but just note that it is a difficult journey. There is still these sites have set themselves up so it's a 30-day before it actually deletes the account. So you have to essentially like cut yourself off from this thing for a whole 30 days. And if you don't, if you open it up once, the account's back on, you know. So be very cognizant of all these things around you. I mean, depending on what you want to achieve, if you're trying to take back control of like yourself from social media where you may have given it too much attention in the past, like myself, then definitely do a hardcore, just delete the account. Don't have any look, don't go back to it, but find some kind of substitution in its space, whether it's reading, meditating, recording videos, learning new skills, picking up a hobby. Find some kind, it could be puzzle building, doing Sudoku, it doesn't matter, but find some kind of thing to satisfy that urge, to satisfy that habit. And hopefully, if you can make it something positive, you can make it gym, or you can make it like, I don't know, every time you feel the urge, you get down and do 5 push-ups, like substituting in space of those urges will slowly help those flow away and the new habit will just take its place. But now, what if you didn't want to remove it completely? If you wanted to stay in contact with all of these things and successfully survive, I think it's very important that you create the relationship, that you use this app to produce as much as you can and to consume as little as you can. I understand if you're trying to keep in contact and social with family members, friends, distant relatives as well, the easier thing you can do is keep the account, follow just actual people that you know, actual people that you want to keep tabs on. And then the rest of the accounts, celebrities, like what even is a celebrity, you know? Just let all of that go. What do you gain from following them, you know? You can keep certain ones for inspiration, but try and keep it down to, like, say, five. Have like one influencer for inspiration, have like one influencer for like knowledge gain and actual content that helps you, have one influencer in like a position that you regard highly. This doesn't have to be a celebrity level. This could be some guy with like 100K followers. It's just someone that you're trying to emulate. Have like at least five role models that you want to be more like, and then keep them there. Those are the influences that you're allowed to have, and then from there you can really just shape what you want to get from your use of social media. Understand that there's a strong correlation between lurking and not posting and depression. So, well, just poor mental health. So you will gain negative feelings if you just overconsume. So what you need to do is start building a strong relationship with posting, with creating, and push yourself in creating. Like, don't make it a post just for a post's sake. Don't just post your meal just because you're posting your meal. At least provide some kind of creativity to it, some kind of expression where, you know, it's, the thing is then becoming an extension of yourself. It's a way in which you're expressing yourself. So, and that's something that's going to be fulfilling on a personal level, on like a passionate level. So that alone will be far more rewarding if you're treating it like that. I know a few people that have been able to find that kind of relationship with social media. Obviously, like everyone has their own way. I feel I'm best. I've got too big of an addictive personality. So if I have this, I will, if I have like, if I consume this, I'm going to be consuming more and more and more as time goes on. So I have to remove that from my life. As for work, since it does make sense to keep it, but like I said, to cultivate that relationship of creating something continuously is massive. And if you can do that, you will fly. There's no way in which you can be held back if you find something that is making something that is negative and is possibly hurting a lot of people in the world, and you find positivity through that, and you flip it on its head and you make it something that can work for you, you will go far. I think that's the best way to deal with any issue. And specifically social media, there's most definitely a way you can coexist and benefit from it. It obviously just takes a massive leap if you need time to separate yourself from your previous habits of maybe just over consuming. You have to do that, but it takes a lot of accountability for you specifically. If you're able to sit down and say, you know what, I do overdo this scrolling. If I'm doing this like in the middle of nowhere, if I'm doing this while I'm driving, which some people do, like if you can really take accountability and make that switch from being super into consumption into moving it into being super productive, that will set you apart from the rest. So and the easiest thing is you're turning things that are working against you to work for you. That's ideally what you should be doing with everything. If you got like body insecurities, if you feel like you got weaknesses in your physique, go to the gym and work on it. Like, it's not out of insecurity. Don't like forever obsess about it. But if you feel like, okay, I can improve in it, get in there and improve, and you'll turn things that were taking your energy away from you into things that will draw energy to you, will get you. I don't know if you feel like compliments are the outlet, or likes are the outlet that, or the form of feedback that you're craving, then that is what it is. But the deeper underlying level is there's a layer of peace in your mind that you get when you've changed something that you once felt insecure about, and now you feel comfortable and at peace with it, and that is invaluable. So yeah. Also, note that I'm gonna end every video saying this, but note that your influence in this journey, in changing anything about whatever relationship with yourself, with social media, with your body, with all of these things, when you take action and you start making these big changes, the people around you will notice, and you have an indirect influence on all of them, and all of their lives will be better. Slowly, it will take time, and you may be met with conflict, but slowly they will all feel better, because you have picked up this change, and because you have turned something that was previously maybe a negative for you into a positive. So it's so worth noting the amount of positive benefit you can give to everyone just by giving yourself to one or two habits. So don't underestimate your influence. Cheers.